Welcome to Bella's Guidance. I am your host, Auntie Bella, a psychic shaman, spiritual guide, and mentor, as well as your favorite holistic healer. With your permission, I'd love to guide and steer and propel you, the chosen few, along your spiritual journey and many awakenings by sharing ways to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. All while realizing it's okay not to be perfect. You weren't created to be perfect, love. You were created to be the very best version of you. With that being said, let's get into today's message. The title of today's message is Your Imperfections Do Not Make You Any Less Spiritual. So let's get into it. My first question for you, collective, is who taught you that you need to be perfect to be spiritual? Because it's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay, so let's tap into that. And I'm going to give a few examples and experiences that I have been through growing up, okay, in my family. And then if you relate, you can just drop me a comment. But let's get into it. So, when you were growing up, and if you weren't even spiritual when you were a child, you could have been very religious. You could have went to church frequently. I'm not sure of your background, your race, your religion, but this all plays a part in how you were raised, okay? The culture around you, the people around you, the people who raised you, okay? But who taught you that you need to be perfect to be spiritual? Why is that a lie? Every single person that you meet is going to have a flaw. God gives us flaws so they can draw us closer to Him. So why would we reject the things that God instilled in us to help us grow and heal and evolve? Okay? Think about that for a second and let that marinate. And who rejected your authenticity when you were being 100? What does that mean? When you were keeping it real, when you were being completely and fully yourself, who said simmer down? Okay, I'm going to give y'all an example, okay? So I like to curse a lot, okay? I love to curse, okay? I'm just expressing myself. It's not that I like to curse people out. I will if I need to. Don't get it twisted, okay? I try not to do that because I'd like to be professional. But if I need to check you, I will check you. And it doesn't have anything to do with me being tactless or ruthless or rude, but I know when a boundary needs to be set and who needs to be set with and who's going to hear me when it's necessary. Some people might not be able to accept a no. You might have to say hell no sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Because some people like to overstep boundaries, okay? But when I express myself, it's just because I'm expressing myself. I'm just being me, and this is the way God created me. I have been attacked by religious people on so many different platforms for speaking the way that I do, and they actually like to shame people like you and I if you are this way or if you express yourself a certain way. And it's really not personal, y'all. It's a wound that you're seeing. What happens whenever somebody is projecting on you, you have this wound coming through like this? Their wound is attempting to tell you, somebody told me I cannot be myself. Okay, so I'm rejecting everybody that is trying to be themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hear me again. I cannot be myself, so I'm rejecting people that attempt to be themselves. Somebody taught them it's not okay for them to curse or for them to do this or for them to do that. So anyone that is showing up authentically at that point, guys, is going to attempt to, or it's going to rock the boat for somebody that's unhealed. Another question I have for you. What things did you do that a role model or guardian made you feel were unacceptable? And have they stuck with you? And if not, how did you break free? Okay. So I'm a very confident person. So, and I like to speak the truth. And I was surrounded by people that didn't like people to be truthful in the family. It was one of those situations where it was like, nobody needs to know what's going on in our household. Don't be telling people that your father cheats on me. Don't be telling people that we running out of money and we don't have no food in our refrigerator or on the stove. Okay, that we don't have the food that's necessary to feed you, or we don't have the clothes because we spending on stuff and we're very selfish family. We need you to act like we are perfect. We need you to dress like we are perfect. We need you to talk like we are perfect. Okay. And I was that child that was like, look, why can't I tell people that my father's a cheater? Why can't I tell people that my mother is abusive? Okay. So I'm a very honest and authentic person, but I was taught to not say any of this. So I went from being honest and truthful and just and fair to quiet and silence. Somebody tried to block my throat chakra because they were more worried about what somebody thought about them, okay, than the truth being revealed, okay? Let that sit with you for a minute. That means I let my mother, my father, and the people in my family block my self-expression and my throat chakra because they wanted to live a lie. Do you know how squashing your authenticity can break your spirit? Okay? I don't know who out there can resonate with that, but I have broken free from that, and it is the most liberating thing I could have ever done in my life. It did stick with me for a while, and I'll let you know what it manifested for me. Because I asked you, has it stuck with you? And if not, how did you break free? It did stick with me. It taught me to go into relationships with friends, and if they would do something I didn't like, I didn't say anything. Right? Then I would be in a relationship with a man. And if he did something, I wouldn't say nothing. I would let it fester. Then I would blow up. Very, very negative. Okay. And that's the energy that they were keeping in my household. I had manifested to bring that into my own home because I was trapped in their karmic cycle. I was trapped in their trauma. I broke free from their trauma. And now if you disrespect me, lo and behold, baby, you're going to have to, okay, catch some spiritual hands. No, I don't hit people, but you're going to hear my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Respectfully. But you're going to hear my mouth. I'm going to let you know that you disrespected me and I don't like how you're treating me. I have learned and I have grown. And now all I'm manifesting is people that want to be truthful and honest with me. That is necessary. That is my boundary. Okay? So let me tell you something else. Do not allow other people's trauma to prevent you from being yourself. I'm going to say this again. Do not allow other people's trauma to prevent you from being yourself. God did not send you here to blend in. He sent you here to strike change. You cannot do that if you're attempting to shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. Let me tell you something about my purpose. So while I was finding my way to my purpose, I had a whole bunch of people projecting on me. I had people trying to tell me that, oh, maybe that's not the direction you should be going. Oh, I don't really like the platform you're using. Oh, maybe I don't think you should wear that makeup or that dress, or I don't think you should go after that bachelor's degree. Oh, I don't think you should go after your master's degree. Well, what do you need a business degree for? All of that was being projected at me while I was manifesting my future. And I didn't even know God was guiding me to be a business owner. I didn't know God was going to call me to lead his people, to heal his people, but I was following him. And the whole time I was following him, I had people from my family. I had people from my friends. I had people from my like that I was in love with, attacking my confidence, attacking my self-esteem, attacking what was literally innate for me to do, a part of my purpose, because they were preventing themselves from healing. They were preventing themselves from growing. They were preventing themselves from evolving, and I made them uncomfortable. I made them uncomfortable because I was being me and I was doing what God sent me to do. Okay? Whenever you're around the wrong individuals and God stirs something up in you, those people will be revealed to you. When he starts pushing you on that path, on that journey to success, on that journey to your purpose, if there is any dead weight, guess what's going to be revealed to you? A shitload of dead weight. And God is going to give you a chance to use your intuition. He's going to give you a chance to use your discernment. And he's going to say, do you want to keep these kind of people around you while I'm about to bless you? Or are you going to let them go? I'm showing you who you have riding on your coattail. I'm showing you that these people do not support you. I'm showing you that these people are going to keep asking you to shrink yourself because they're uncomfortable with how I made you. Are you going to keep them around or not? Are you going to continue being authentic? Are you going to continue healing? Or are you going to keep shrinking? That's a decision that you have to make. Okay? But let's not get off the topic. You're not supposed to be perfect because other people want you to be something that you're not. Do you understand what I'm saying? With me specifically cursing. I am so spiritual and so connected to source that if you come for God while I'm around, I'm going to come at you. I'm so connected to source that I get offended when people disrespect God because I've seen what he has done in my life. I respect everybody's religions. I respect everybody's races and I respect everybody's background. But if you come for God in front of me, we're going to have some problems because I saw him work in my life. I saw the miracles. I saw the protection. I saw the guidance. I saw him caring for my children. I saw him take me out of situations that could have hurt me, that could have been detrimental to my family. So you can't talk about him. You can't disrespect him in front of me. So you're going to throw me away because he created me to be able to express myself freely and he didn't want me to blend in with you? Didn't he ask you not to judge his people? So where's the sty in your eye that you're not acknowledging before you try to pull one out of mine? So now you have somebody that's not reading the Bible that's also judging you. You have to be careful with that. You have to use discernment and you have to be more diligent when you're receiving guidance from other people and make sure that that guidance was meant for you. Somebody might be stuck in their healing and they're projecting on you. If somebody cannot accept you for who you are, they're not meant to be around you in the first place. As long as you aren't hurting, as long as you're not hurting yourself, hear me out. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others and you're expressing yourself and your behavior isn't steering you away from your purpose, stop giving a fuck what other people think. If God sent you here to blend in, then you'd be like everybody else. We're supposed to be striking change as chosen ones. We're not supposed to be blending in. You're that yellow person that was sent to be blended in with a group of blue people. How is yellow going to blend in with blue? Baby, you bright. You're a shining star. You're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be saying, hey, follow me. Y'all are going the wrong direction. How are you going to do that if you're trying to blend in with the blue people, baby? You're yellow. You're going the wrong direction. So let yourself manifest what God intended for you to manifest and stop shrinking yourself. Be authentic, be genuine, be you, regardless of who's talking about you. When they bash you, feel sorry for them because you're witnessing someone trapped within themselves. Somebody that's being inauthentic. They're an inauthentic version of themselves because they want to gain approval from others. And who are they seeking approval from? They're probably seeking approval from somebody that's afraid to be themselves as well. Let that sit with you. You cannot sit there and try to manifest a future in chaotic energy. If somebody needs to heal and who God created you to be is causing them anxiety and worry and doubt, they need to go heal that wound. That doesn't mean you need to shrink yourself. That means they need to lift their vibration. They need to heal their wound and you need to give them the space to do that so you don't have to be uncomfortable being yourself. Trust, you do not want to get up there in age and think back to the good old days in which you'd allowed yourself more freedom and peace to be you, unabashedly. You want to look back and say, I did a damn good job of making other people feel comfortable being themselves because I was not afraid to be my weird, quirky, clumsy, unique, fierce, confident, and liberated self. You want to look back and say, I was a bad bitch. Okay? I did that. I set an example for my daughter to be confident in who she was. I set an example for my son to be confident in who he was because I was courageous enough to be me without giving a damn what other people thought about me. And I was able to allow God to use me because I wasn't afraid to be who he created me to be. Stop giving a shit how people view you. They're just showing you their trauma. Wish them well and carry on. Surround yourself with people who do not require you to shrink yourself in order to fit in. People who do not feel threatened by your confidence and your accomplishments. People who can authentically and genuinely clap for your success. And then return the favor. Be a good friend. Be a good spouse. Be a great mother. Okay? Be a great lover. God did not send you here to blend in. You were handpicked because He trusted that you would change those around you because you were courageous enough to not give a shit when your yellow ass aura stood apart from the blue ones. I love you all so much. And until next time, it's Auntie Bella, keeping it 100, love and light. Talk soon.